Greetings, fellow Gothamites. Tiki here,
And BlueDragonFive.
here to talk about what episode are we on, BlueDragonFive? I don't have it written down. Is it episode 15?
Yes, episode 15.
At least I'm keeping my voice. We're here to talk about episode 15 of Fox's retelling of the Dark Knight mythology, entitled Scarecrow. So join us as we venture into Batman's birthplace.
And explore Gotham.
Yes. All right. At least I kept in character when I flubbed up. How you doing, BlueDragonFive?
I'm good, but I'm feeling a little less monochrome than usual. Can we do anything about that?
You're feeling what?
A little less monochrome. Black and white.
Monochrome? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Everyone on air. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Okay,
Storm clouds have blocked out the sun.
All right, so we are here to talk about Scarecrow. This is an episode that you were telling me over and over, like, oh, Tiki, don't get your hopes up. It's not that good. It's really one of the weaker episodes. You know, well, I'm not going to say it's the strongest episode so far, but I really don't know what problem you have with this episode. I actually really liked it.
Well, I'm just saying in comparison, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just my least favorite. I'm going quasi-diamond philosophy here, you know. I mean,
I don't think we can rank the episodes of Gotham compared to the Pixar movies.
I'm just saying, believe it or not. I mean, call me an optimist, but I don't think we've done like a truly bad episode of Gotham, and this one's kind of the only one that's getting close to that for me.
Well, I mean, it's kind of funny because I was thinking about like what episodes have we had that are like really bad, and like, honestly, the worst stuff that we ever had in Gotham...
It's only the Barbara stuff.
Well, yeah, but I was going to say specifically the Barbara stuff in Penguin's Umbrella, which is ironically one of the best episodes because of all the other stuff that happens.
Yeah.
So it's... I don't know, though. I mean, I'd have to go back and look through all the episodes, but... I'll give you one controversial opinion. I think this is a stronger episode than Welcome Back, Jim Gordon.
No!
So there you go.
No, I vehemently disagree with that.
No, I actually really like this. I think it had, I mean, my God, I think some of the stuff with Fish Mooney is a little off the wall, but we'll get into it.
I mean, overall, let me just, again, I know I'm going to come across too harsh on this episode, but just the thing is, it's a little messy in places for me, and it doesn't gel well together, and the point is it's a bit of a letdown for what I was expecting this episode to be. It's more of a personal view, I guess. But
I mean, from my perspective, I kind of thought that it was. I'm just not seeing the flaws that you're seeing. I thought everything except for the Fish Mooney stuff was really solid in my opinion, and even the Fish Mooney stuff was intriguing enough that I didn't hate it. So you want to dive right into it and talk about what we like and dislike about everything?
Sure. But just bear in mind, folks, again, I think there are good things in this episode, I think it's just a little blander in comparison to other stuff.
All right, well, I mean, I'm just of the opinion where this show has given us much messier episodes and much messier plots than what we have here. So I like it, though. I like when we disagree. At least the fun podcasting. So let's jump into the
All right, so we start off. It's a dark and stormy night in Gotham. Man enters his apartment, and he looks alone, but there is a shadowy figure in the background who then scarily appears, and it looks to be a kind of a zombie meth head-looking guy. Another one appears.
Oh god. It's Skinny Pete and Jesse.
Well, no, it's like that whole Tucker guy. Remember Tucker?
Oh god, yeah. Tucker.
That guy. So anyway, meanwhile, Fish Mooney. Here's my first big complaint. So Fish Mooney awakens in what we can assume is kind of a prison-y place.
What's the episode of Batman the Animated Series with Boss Biggs? It's kind of like that. I gotta say.
That episode's called The Forgotten.
Like, I'm just like, where is Boss Biggs? What do you think if they bring Boss Biggs into this?
Well, there are some hints.
Like a deadly serious character.
Well, upon rewatching this, there are some hints towards the end of this episode of where she might be, but again, hints. Here's my huge complaint with this Fish Mooney story here.
Oh.
I like the direction it goes in, but I'm not crazy about the premise of it, because we have no idea where she is.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. That is the big flaw of this episode, is that Fish's story in general it's not very clear.
I like the idea of what they do with her story. I just hate the fact that we don't know how she got there, what happened exactly to bring her there, where she is.
We don't know who that big guy was at the end of the episode. We never saw any of that confrontation.
I mean, all we have is like a minor hint towards the end as to what might be going on. It's all speculation, not even a concrete detail. It's just like, are we in a prison? Maybe, but we're keeping cryptic about it. So again, it's just ridiculous. For a moment, I thought she might be underground, like in the Selena Kyle's kind of the mall, like the
That's what I thought too. Yeah, I thought she was in the same place Selena hung out.
But then there's like cages around it, and there aren't guys, so they're not there. So I'm baffled as to why they just didn't explain how she got there. Anyway, so the point is, Fish awakens in what we can assume is a prison place.
Oh.
Essentially, Bruce kind of in a similar environment to where Bruce Wayne was in Dark Knight Rises.
Right. I'm sorry.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
You know, basically like quasi-Lazarus Pit in that movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, so Fish instantly makes a friend, and I like this. You know, she's making kind of a new Gilzine, so to speak.
Oh, God. Where is Gilzine? We haven't seen him in a while. I'm getting worried.
Don't worry, we'll check in with him. They can't kill him all.
Oh, I know they can't kill him off, but
yet.
It's just, like, I don't know. I just want to see him, because they just really left that hanging, and it's just like, okay, when are we going to get to that? But anyways.
Anyway, so Fish awakens, she makes a friend, kind of her informant, like, where am I? Again, a little cryptic, which bugs me what he's saying. He basically educates her in the ways of the place at the moment. As these like kind of big guys come up, looks like they're about to do prisony stuff to him, which is not nice. You know, they get, they get fresh jabs of the new meat, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, basically they threaten her, and then she kind of says, "Okay, listen, boys, there's the first one of you to attack me gets a quick death. The second one, gets a more horrifying death."
Who's first?
Yeah, pretty much something along those lines.
I mean, I'm kind of with you. I don't like the parameters of the storyline, but I do like the direction that it goes in, so I'm with you that I'm mixed on it.
Exactly. I mean, I love the idea of Fish being placed in an environment where she's kind of... See, again, I love the idea she's going through an exile like Penguin did.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I just wish they would be more clear.
And I like getting the sense we've always just had Fish movie built up as she's one of the big bosses. We don't know how she got there. We're gonna see how she would work her way up the ranks, which I think is kind of a cool idea.
I mean, we're going to talk about this in speculation, but it kind of annoys me in the promo that they put Fish Mooney up there with the Riddler and the Penguin and the Scarecrow and that big montage leading up to the Joker.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, real quick, I heard in another beloved Gotham review discussion show.
Yeah.
Someone brought up that apparently Christmas Allen is still getting credits in the open.
Oh God!
How is that possible?
I love it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, Montoya hasn't been involved at all.
I'm assuming Allen's dead. I'm just assuming Christmas Allen's dead. Prove me wrong. I beg you, prove me wrong. Prove me he's not dead. I challenge you to give him stuff.
I mean, to be fair, I think the writers, I don't know, do you think because Barbara and Montoya, and then I guess by extension Allen, haven't been around, do you think that's the writers acknowledging that the Barbara storyline wasn't working, or do you think they're just kind of playing their cards close to the vest on that?
Well, it's no reason to punish Christmas Allen. Give him stuff to do.
Well, I'm just saying he's always attached to Montoya, and so I guess they're kind of just a pair, you know what I mean? So it's like Montoya has bad connotations, so therefore he's kind of guilty by virtue of, relation.
I guess, but I don't know. As long as Barbara's not in it, I guess it's not bad. And Montoya's kind of almost beyond saving, so
it's. Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
let's move on.
Yeah.
Moving on. So after she threatens those guys, meanwhile we're with Gordon and Leslie Tompkins. And again, I got complaint number 2 here. Gordon and Leslie Tompkins, they're on a date, and as much as I love Gordon, and I love Ben McKenzie as Gordon, this scene is really poorly written.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that in general the writing on Gordon has been particularly strong, just because I feel like they're concentrating too much on his love life, and I feel like that's just not what the damn character's about. You know what I mean?
True, true. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I like the charm of the previous episode with that whole love life thing, but just I don't know, this one.
It was a little grating. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Here's the issue. Again, I'm not faulting the performance. He's doing what he can with it. And the issue, I think, it's been brought up before, so I just want to point out I am not the first guy to bring this up. I don't want to sound like the first guy, 'cause I'm a huge Gordon fan, so I just want to be fair there. That, yeah, they really got to get into Gordon's motivations a little more.
Right, yeah,
Like,
I mean, I definitely think that's a problem with the show in general, not just this episode.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, they've been fair. To be fair, they have like implied Gordon's motivations, just showing how driven he is with the stuff. But at times, you do need to kind of go into like the personal reasoning. Again, I'm waiting for an episode where you go into like Gordon's relationship with his father.
Sure, yeah, that's a big storyline.
I want to see a flashback like we did with Falcone in that one episode, where we see like a young boy, Jim Gordon, with his father as a DA.
That makes sense.
That I'd like to see. Yeah, anyway, okay. So the point is, more motivational Gordon might be stronger for the show. At the very least, I know we're going to get that. We have to get that in season 2. Film get in season 1. But so they're on a date, and the issue with this scene is that Gordon is really being really expository.
I mean, again, I feel like that's kind of an issue with the show in general.
I don't. Again,
all the damn characters most of the time.
I mean, ordinarily I'll stick up for him with that sort of thing. This one, it was really blatant.
Whoa! What the hell?
What?
Oh, nothing. Just I'm sorry. Keep going.
So yeah, ordinarily I'll stick up for the show with those elements because I give him enough credit. I think that in the end of the day usually pays off. This case, not so much. This one was just he's literally establishing for the audience. Oh man, this is our 3rd date. You know, where should we go next in your apartment? Says, and Leslie just steers him to the bedroom, which makes her sound a little easy. Mm-hmm. And the point is, then here's the bit that really gets under my skin. It gets really blatant exposition. I mean, I like the exposition we've gotten usually, but this one is just, again, this one really bugs me.
I disagree with you. I really don't like most of the exposition on this show.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm not in love with it, but I mean,
you know my issue. I feel like there's way too many scenes of Gordon and Bullock just being like, okay, here's what we know about the plot.
Well,
this is the plot. Here's what we know about the plot. Well, let's go over the plot with Essence. Hey, Essence, here's the plot. Hey, Egg, you want to get in on the plot? Okay, I'll stop.
Look, I view it as necessary, and the way they write it at least is entertaining.
I don't think it's necessary because I think it's just like a show don't tell kind of thing. It's like we already saw it once. Why are we hearing it again? I mean, I'm just saying, like, maybe, like, specifically scenes, I guess, like, if I were to point to an example, specifically scenes where they're reporting to Essence about literally what we just saw. It's like, why do we need to see that? It's like, we could just assume that they're going to go back and report to Essence anyway.
To be fair, when they do those scenes a lot of the time, it's basically, there's some underlying plot beneath that plot of, like, her pointing out, like, this is dangerous, like, remember, we got flasks on our tails now, so we got to be careful. Like, usually there's stuff like that motivating, which makes it a little more relevant.
All right, fair enough. Well, anyways,
the point is, it's a necessity that usually is written better than this case, at the very least.
As again, it's funny because usually I get bothered by it more than I do in this case. So, again, I love how we have differing opinions on it.
So anyway, so the point is, bring it up. Oh, wait, I got a new job. Oh, that's good. What is it? I'm going to be working at the GCPD, which he just brought up last episode.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'll agree this is a huge flaw. Huge flaw.
This is what I'm saying.
He brought it up last episode, and now it's like a big frickin' deal. Yeah.
Why is he suddenly surprised? He brought it up, and he brings up here that he brought it up. Why are you acting surprised?
Yeah, that actually caught me off guard a little bit.
It's just... Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Camera fixed.
So again, I guess... Again, moving on. So basically, that's just hitting us over the head with the exposition of like, okay, so she's gonna be working at the GCPD now, and we're not getting the good relationship stuff we got in the previous episode. It's more so just we don't get to see the date; we get to see the aftermath of the date. Oh yeah, that was a date. Again, kind of bugs me.
They didn't bring up the case once.
So right now, that's strike 2 for me.
Oh god.
Meanwhile. Okay, let's see. We're at the crime scene of the guy who I believe his name is Professor Marks.
Good for you for catching the names because I cannot do that.
It's something Marks, and I believe he's a professor. He's a teacher. He's an English teacher.
Okay.
So Marks here. We're at the crime scene of the dead guy who was in the first scene, and they find out he's another adrenal gland victim, which one of Dr. Crane's victims.
Mm-hmm.
And pointing out Gordon asking, what are they doing with these adrenal glands? And then we see a really creepy. Again, it's really gross. It's gross, but it's a great. You're right about this show. Don't tell. This one is a great example of that.
What do you mean?
No, I'm sorry. I mean, this is a good example of how to show, not tell.
Oh, yeah, right.
Sorry, I meant.
Yeah, we don't need to know what it is. Comic book fans already know what it is, and if you don't know, then I think the episode explains it enough just with what we see. You know what I mean?
I love seeing the process of the fear toxin being made. I love the scientific process of that. However, I'm going to say it's really gross. It's like it's so horrifying, but I can't look away. That sort of thing.
It's like it kind of reminds me of a Breaking Bad montage in a way.
Yeah, I mean, like, he puts the adrenal glands, which is really gross, into the meat grinder, and then it's a really cool process in which he turns it into a formula. I think that was really cool.
I like how chunky the formula looks. Like, it doesn't look like a clear liquid. It's all, like, goopy and whatnot.
I love how it turns into a clear liquid, though. I love that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then we see Dr. Crane is turned into fear toxin, which is like, oh, that's cool. And then he injects. This is a cool. You gotta admit, this is a cool way to get to our.
Yeah, I will. My only issue is that you're right. We had the sloppy Gordon exposition scene in between it.
You gotta admit, though, this is a good place to. They're getting better. At least right at the moment, they're getting better at putting the.
That was a good place for it. My problem is that it came too late.
Well, let's actually get him to that point. So it's after he injects himself, and this is really cool. He injects himself. I love the Scarecrow stuff in this episode. So that's the thing. I love the Scarecrow stuff, but I think it gets lost because of all the other stuff.
I kind of disagree with you. I think this is like one of the first times where it's like, my God, the episode is actually named after the person, and they actually get a bit of screen time.
Well, no. Here's the thing. I think there's enough screen time for it. I just think they could have played. It's like all this other side plot stuff is kind of getting in the way of it. It's like stuff is barely even related to our Scarecrow plot.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the kind of things that we have an actual case where we have stuff that relates to the guy who the episode is named after, but it's getting kind of lost all these other B plots.
Yeah, I mean, what B plots are you talking about?
You know, Fish Mooney, Bruce Wayne, Penguin. I'm just saying. Well, Penguin's in this set. Penguin's never a problem, but you know.
No, of course not.
I'm just saying Bruce and Fish
Mooney.
Although
I will give you one thing. I will give you. We'll get into it. We'll get into it with the Penguin. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying it's just the placement of it kind of bugs me.
Okay, well, again, I'm not really seeing your problem, but that's fine.
Anyway, so he injects himself with the fear toxin. The big question you would always have with the Scarecrows, if someone injected with fear toxin, what are they going to see? And what Crane Senior here sees, he sees a woman on fire in the hallway, saying, "Why won't you help me, Gerald?" Woman on fire walking down the stairs. That is a cool way to do fear gas, the fear toxin. Really cool.
Yeah, no, I think the fear toxin in general is really well done here.
Then followed by the da da da. Okay,
so next, Bruce is getting ready to go on a trip. Do they explicitly say that it's camping just yet, or are they kind of like trying to be a little cryptic about it?
That's the thing. Here's another issue I have with the episode. Again, similar to the Fish Mooney problem, it's like they're trying to go for show don't tell, but I need a little bit of tell here, guys.
Yeah, I agree.
You're giving me tell in the wrong places. Give me fun date without the explanation. Just give me fun date that mentions, oh yeah, I start work Monday. Oh, Monday. Oh, so they accepted your application. Okay. Right. Something like that.
Not, oh my God, you actually got the job that I suggested you for? I am so shocked.
Yeah, anyways, same issue as the Fish Mooney thing. So I'll give Bruce a little more leeway because at least it's kind of an interesting reveal when they do it. Is that he's going on a trip? They're being a little cryptic about, like he tells Alfred he needs to go solo on this and don't worry, and it won't be the same without your father.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think that Bruce Wayne in general has kind of been a little bit neglected since they came back from the break. And so, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's had good scenes here and there, but I'm just saying in general he hasn't really had a lot of screen time. So, I don't know, to tell you the truth, this was probably my favorite Bruce Wayne storyline since we've come back from the break. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. I just wish they would explain a little more. Like, here, I mean, let me, at the beginning here, Just the idea that Bruce apparently is going on a. We can only gather this from the dialogue between him and Alfred. We don't explicitly say it that he's a. I always stayed overnight with my father and we watched the sunrise. And it's tradition. Like this, there's a good bit in here where Alfred says, it's tradition, and I believe that Bruce says, it's not the same, and then Alfred says maybe next year. I like that line because that implies, basically something. Of course, Batman years later is going to continuously believe in this traditions like this, like leaving flowers at the grave and leaving flowers at the murder site, stuff like that. Batman's going to be soaked in tradition here, so it's the idea. At first, he's uncomfortable with that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the idea of Alfred saying maybe next year. Of course, years later, he will be in the habit of continuing traditions similar to this. I like that. It's just it's just the issue that later on, like, there are some things that are just there for us to guess at. I wish it will explain a little more somehow.
Yeah, I will admit, I don't think it was the best, explanation. I think they could have just, I don't know, maybe showed Bruce actually, camping or packing for a camping trip or a hike or something, maybe make it a little more clear. I don't know. I don't really have a good solution, but I agree with you. It wasn't that spelled out.
I mean, don't get me wrong. To be fair, I'm being too harsh on Bruce stuff here. In comparison to the fish movie stuff, it's a better explanation than getting the fish movie because at least they are going.
Absolutely.
Bruce, at least they're going somewhere. Just first watch, it was a little less obvious than the second watch on the Bruce Wayne story for me.
Okay.
So I think it gelled well more a second time with all the Bruce Wayne stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so meanwhile, we got Penguin and Falcone at the Fish Movies nightclub.
And now, again, to me, I kind of see Falcone and Maroni, both of them. If they are in an episode, that presence, instantly kind of boosts up the episode for me. And those two got a lot of good stuff to do this episode, and they had good scenes together. So again, that just raises up the episode for me. So, okay, so Penguin, he's reporting to Falcone about about his little ordeal that he went through with Maroni, where he almost got crushed in the car. Oh God! And Falcone, he's a little non-receptive of this whole thing. They're walking through Fish Mooney's previous nightclub, and Falcone is just kind of like, place needs cleaning up. Oh yes, Tom Falcone, I assure you, I am going to clean, but please, I beg you, this is a pressing matter. I'm sure that Don Maroni is not going to forget this. So Penguin's really nervous, but Falcone, he basically says, look, if you don't clean this place up and you don't get it spiffy, this place is money. It generates money. Money gives us, what is it? Money gives us,
Money gives us influence. Influence gives us control and power, which means no influence means no control, which means you most certainly are dead.
Yeah. So, and then basically he gives the nightclub over to Penguin. He tells them to run it for him. And, I'm sorry?
Yeah, nothing. Nothing.
Oh. And Penguin, he is over the moon about this. He is, he's just like, you're giving me the nightclub? So, now, I'm just going to say it right now, because it's just going to be bothering me the whole time. Why did we not see Mrs. Cobblepot at the opening of the nightclub? Why did he not have an invitation for her?
That bugged me, but maybe, that still bugs me, and they could have fit her in this one, yeah.
And I was honestly worried that I'm still worried that Mrs. Cobblepot is going to die.
I am also still worried about that.
But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was a missed opportunity to get her in. I mean, I guess I kind of understand because there's a lot of other stuff going on, but seriously, just have her there. Maybe have her disapproving of the punk band that's playing. Like, oh, Oswald, the last time you come over here, the music was so much better, so classier. But still, of course, very proud of her son. Like, I want to see her reaction, because it's like, it was kind of a big build-up of him getting the, getting the nightclub to impress his mother. Okay, anyways, where are we now?
Okay, anyway, so just to close out that scene, this is a really cool bit after Falcone says, "Yes, no more working in the shadows. You'll be with me, publicly. I'll deal with Maroni." Oh, so I love of course, we've said this to death. We love the actors who play our mob bosses here. They do a wonderful job.
Oh,
So,
yeah, absolutely.
next scene. So you got Bullock and Gordon going through a yearbook. This is a clever idea because they figure, okay, well, so looking at the victim who works at this school, they look through the yearbook and get not only an idea on the victim, see if there's any connection to the staff, and Bullock has a face to match to it.
Mm-hmm.
So Bullock's trying to find the guy in the yearbook, see if there's connection there, and they're going through, and Bullock has kind of if I'm right, dazed and confused. One Matthew McConaughey's at the bowling alley. Tight moment.
Yeah.
Basically saying, high school girls didn't look like this back when I was going there, and then I love Gordon's just
all right.
I love just just love the rapport that Gordon and him have at this point. Is Gordon saying easy?
Yeah. Oh god.
Anyway, so then.
And I'm sorry, but I'm sad that we didn't get more of what's her name, Scotty. I'm sad that she didn't show back
I'm sure
up.
that it'd be a missed opportunity if they didn't bring her back.
I know. I'm glad that she at least got name dropped.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm gonna hope that she's coming back.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, so Dr. Tompkins gets the welcome wagon from everybody, and she just reveals, oh, hey, and Bullock.
But it's very awkward and uncomfortable.
Yes, and they'll have Bullock has the eyebrow raised, and he's picking up on, oh, wait, she's working here now? Terrible idea. And just
everyone seems to think that except for Jim. Jim, for some reason, seems to be lost on that whole idea.
Yeah.
He's just like, well, it's great. I'm dating her. Now I get to spend more time with her.
Yeah, Gordon's in denial. Yeah, I love Bullock's bit of advice here, and I know Bullock's going to be right with this sort of thing, because he's right about Barbara.
Oh yeah, he was right about Barbara, that's for sure.
I'm really worried, because ultimately, taking everyone, we pretty much can assume how this is going to go down, that he's not going to end up going off into the sunset with Leslie Tompkins, and
then Barbara's going to come back, and oh god. Right in time for the fucking season finale, probably. What if Barbara is the cliffhanger?
Yeah. Why can't
What if Barbara is literally the cliffhanger for the entire fucking season? Oh god, let's not even speculate on that.
Hey, here's an idea. Maybe we find out at some point, like season 2 or something, that again, I'm just throwing this out there so we can easily get rid of her and still keep Batgirl.
Right.
What if she just, I don't know, maybe she just had a baby girl and...
Oh, God. Just off screen.
Off screen, and then she...
Here.
Then she gets murdered, Gordon feels bad about it, so he names the kid after her.
Oh, God.
Just throwing it out. There's any reason to get rid of her, but to still keep the Batgirl name alive.
Or what if in the season finale they just do a 7 reveal? What's in the box? It's just a box shows up on Gordon's doorstep. He opens it up slowly. Cut to the Gotham logo. What's in the box?
Yeah, well, the issue would also be we need 2 Gordon children, so we need Gordon Jr. and we need James Jr. and we need Barbara Gordon. So technically, they're 2 kids, and it'd be hard to write her out with that in mind.
Well, I mean, no reason why Gordon Jr. doesn't have to be a stepbrother of Barbara.
Well, technically, Barbara a lot of the time is adopted, so they could always do that.
So there you go. Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, moving on. So Dr. Thomas says, welcome. Bullock has some words of advice, like a nickel's worth of advice. You're saying office romance always ends in tears. Which I'm worried is going to be right.
Oh, I'm sure he's right. I mean, it's not even a question. I'm sure of it.
But then, Holy Mother Mary...
More obvious.
But then, Holy Mother Mary, Bullock finds a picture of Crane, so Gerald Crane. They finally got a name on the guy. And there's a really funny line. I think Gordon says it. Gordon says, school doesn't get out for hours.
Right.
It's pretty much saying, hey, let's go down there. At first, I thought it might still be in the mindset of, hey, let's get down there so we can catch him in the act.
Right. Yeah.
Of course, they find he's not working there at this point. But anyway. Okay. So now we go to this quasi prison.
It's the Forgotten.
It's not the Forgotten.
Yes, it is.
They're not being used as a work camp yet.
I don't care yet. Keyword yet.
Anyway, so we're at the prison, and it's breakfast time, and we kind of get it's a really kind of neat breakfast bit. Again, I like this. Remember the guy in Dark Knight Rises that educated Bruce Wayne, like not the like kind of the other doctor, not the blind one, but the one that everyone thought was Alfred in the trailer.
Oh God, yeah. I know who
guy.
you're talking about.
The whole guy that says rises. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Rises. That guy. Essentially, that's kind of this guy's role for Fish.
Mm.
So pretty much he explains like no, don't okay. The head boss has the boss named Mace. He has to get the breakfast first. Then we get the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go. I love how Fish is being smart enough to kind of take notes on who to pay attention to, such as this Mace person. That's the first obstacle you get to take care of.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, okay, so this bit I liked. So Bruce is going on his hike, and he picks up some stones. He picks up a stone, and then he picks up a second one. And instantly I kind of got that, oh, he's picking up the second one for his father. That's nice.
Do we see the initials right away? Or
not
is
right
that
away.
the other scene? Okay.
Yeah, that's the other scene. The point is,
Okay,
he picks up a second stone, and I figured, oh, it's like emotionally he's getting that for his father. That's nice. Meanwhile.
Okay, so next we have Gordon and Bullock are investigating Crane's school. Is it a high school or a college or what?
I believe a high school because his son goes there.
Oh, okay, yeah, good catch. That makes sense.
So they're at a high school in Crane. They're talking to, I guess, the administrator, I think it's the principal.
I guess, yeah, it's not very clear.
I think she's like the principal of the administrator, like she's the higher.
Yeah.
They're talking to her. She's, Crane's been gone for 3 weeks now. I don't know if it's sabbatical or something. He's been gone for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, I love this idea. I love that they're kind of building the Crane. So again, with this episode, I think the build from the previous episode is a lot better than the payoff in overall for this. But I think the Scarecrow stuff is good though, and this is continuing that trend of like the sheet says, oh yeah, he's a loving father, he's a good father. However, he's mourning his wife lately. He's mourning his wife who passed away from a car accident.
And then Bullock asks about phobias, and that kind of sets her off.
Oh yeah, and, they get a lead on the fear, the fear connection. Says, oh yeah, he wrote a paper, and so she has all the right answers. Like, wait, what? You know this? Wait, were the adrenal glands missing? Yes. What do you know? And anyway, so the idea is that she goes into, hey, he wrote this paper he tried to submit for, he wanted me to proofread, and it's I assume since she's a higher up, she would have to proofread to send it in, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, so the point is his paper was about the fear as an evolutionary flaw, and the plan in the paper that she deduced, it was deduced and said in the paper that he's working on a plan to cure fear.
Right.
And basically have to cure himself of fear, which I think is a cool idea. So again, with the Scarecrow, the motivations for the Scarecrow a lot of the time are They go back and forth in some movies. Like he's researching fear for the greater good, or he's saying I'm researching fear. They don't really go into it a lot of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like this idea. They're kind of exploring like why he's interested in fear. I think it's a good idea to do. Like he's trying to cure himself of fear, which again is an animated series reference, perhaps, of Never Fear, which is a really good episode where he comes up with an antidote for fear. Okay. So I like the idea he's trying to cure himself of fear, and that, therefore he's fascinated by fear.
Yeah, no, you're right. I do think it kind of adds a little more dimension to the character than we're used to seeing in other comic book adaptations and whatnot. Okay, so next up we have
Nigma.
Nigma. Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, Nigma's wasted in this one.
I wouldn't go as far as to say wasted.
Well, except for the other scene, but right here is wasted.
Well, I mean, I think this scene is kind of just par for the course with Nigma. It's like he's just kind of interjecting himself into the discussion, trying to give advice and whatnot.
I mean,
what's different than other scenes with Nigma?
I'm saying usually other scenes there's funnier stuff to work with Nigma.
Okay.
I think this scene was just pretty much blatant exposition. Then he just has a creepy.
It is blatant exposition. I'll agree with you.
In comparison to the other, at least the other scenes had like the whole like, oh man, he wants to bite someone's head off for like not giving him the praise he deserves, that sort of thing. This one not so much. He just bland the exposition.
So what is he expositing?
He basically expositing. Oh yeah, so he's inoculating himself with the fear toxin as like a continual process so he can cure himself. So basically, he's building up an immunity to it by continually inoculating himself with the fear glands.
Right.
And also
that Tompkins. I love the new medical examiner. She smells nice. And then that cracks Bullock up. He's just like, oh, Jim, you got competition.
Then that's kind of funny, but also I think what the thing's funnier is that throughout the scene before that, Bullock is like he's like playing around with a beaker full of something. It looks like he might drink.
Yeah.
I just love that like Enigma goes and takes it out of his hand. For his own safety, most likely. Okay, anyway, so then also, this is kind of a weird enigma that I'm not sure how you feel about it, but basically says, okay, so there are two subjects for this little fear process he wrote about in his paper here, so subject A and subject B. Ooh, I wonder who that is. I do like this. I like that it cuts to our next scene where we find out who the other guy is.
Right.
Okay, so we see Gerald still working on his building up tolerance to the fear.
I have written down in my note that he is Stephen Kinging it. Do you know what that means?
Well, I mean, I know Stephen King is. I'm not sure what you.
Well, I know, but Stephen King. Okay, this is one of the things that Stephen King does for his writing process.
I'm not sure if he does with fear toxin.
No.
That'd be awesome if he did that, though.
No. Kind of. I mean, kind of in a way. Basically, what he does is he rents out a hotel room, and I believe it's a hotel that's very similar to the hotel in The Shining. And he basically drops a lot of LSD and then intentionally brings on bad trips. So yeah, in a way, you know, he's trying to come up with like really scary experiences based on drugs. So okay, anyways.
Anyway, so as he's still building up an immunity and still scared, then Jonathan walks in.
Oh yeah.
Like, how are you, how are you, Dad? I'm glorious, son, and it works. And soon you'll be cured of fear, my son.
It's your turn, son.
Again, the actor who's playing. So both are I think so far both are actors. Again, Jonathan doesn't do a lot except scream this episode, but he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Gerald, I love the actor playing Gerald. He was great. So he's a great Again, I agree with some things some very bad fans have said in terms of he could be Scarecrow. I could buy him as Scarecrow, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you mean as like a main.
Yeah.
Okay, so like a Scarecrow in terms of like if they made a movie.
Yeah, like just like straight, like you could just name him Jonathan Grant. I'd buy it. This guy's good. I liked him.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, well, for me, Jude Law would be my go-to for Scarecrow at the moment, but
that's an interesting choice. All right.
Anyway, so meanwhile, so after basically you'll be cured soon, my son. We go to the Falcone and Maroni, and this is a good subplot though. This one. Yeah,
I mean, you gotta give it up to this.
We love these guys, so of course we're gonna be friends. So they're having a little lunch meet. They have a little meeting for lunch, and they're going around saying, we'll fool a little walk and talk. It's one thing, but I'm still gonna kill the penguins. I say, oh, sure. Fine, kill them. It's all right with me. As they're walking, and then we cut to. I love the tension that's set up there. Like, oh boy, that means Maroni might make his move during this conversation or something.
Right.
So I love the tension that's built up because we directly cut to the penguin preparing the club.
Oh yeah, he's all panicked about the decor and everything.
This
bugs me. That we were gonna get a name drop to the Iceberg Lounge.
Yes, I was a little crestfallen. I was like, no, it's so close. However, at the end of the day, it makes me think that this club will not remain his for long.
That's true.
And it makes me think that regardless, he is getting some experience. So it's like that's why he's fascinated with the nightclub lifestyle.
Right, very true.
Which also, I think... So
it might be a little too early for the Iceberg.
Sure. But in worst case scenario, just renames it, just to maybe rebrand it.
Exactly, yeah. What is it now?
It's Oswald's. It's Oswald's.
Oh, it's Oswald's. Okay, gotcha.
He uses an umbrella instead of a fish logo, though.
Oh, I like that. That was a good touch.
I like the envelope cards, too. I'm just like, it says Oswald's in really nice black and white letters like a thing. Right. Okay, so also I wanted to make a little note here. I kind of noticed something. So Gabriel is still his Gilzine.
Right.
So just remember, because Gabriel's still the one that gave Gordon the evidence in that Welcome Back, Jim Gordon episode. So Gabriel, so it looks like, I'm guessing he hires Gabriel out of pocket because otherwise all the Maroni stuff that went down would have screwed him over. So he must be hiring him out of pocket, I guess. Meanwhile, so basically Gabe shows him the invitation, says, oh, that right off the press. Does it look nice? Oh, it looks great. I'm going to deliver this one personally. This one stays with me.
Now, when he took it at first, I thought he was going to deliver it to Mrs. Copplepooch.
I also thought that, Tiki. I was surprised by who he sent, who he was going to get.
I mean, then I kind of realized that we see him in the police station in the promo, so I was like, oh, he's probably going to deliver it to Jim.
You're not alone. I had the exact same thought process. When he's in the police station, yeah, he's going to give it to Gordon.
Right.
Anyway, so meanwhile, what's going on with Fish and Mace?
Going on with Fish and Mace. Let me turn to my note page so I can find out. So Fish, she's going and she's approaching Mace very all
seductively,
confident like. What?
And seductively.
Seductively, yes.
Both seductively.
Indeed. And she wants to strike a deal with him essentially because you know why, BlueDragonFive? You know why?
Why?
Because she has a particular set of skills.
Right.
No, seriously. She says she has I've got bow hunting skills, ninja skills. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
She offers her skill set to Mace.
Also, I love the idea
here. In return.
I think it's a really cool line here. Pretty much, Mace. She asks Mace, like, how is he in charge of this place? Like, where is his power from, essentially? And he shows her, like, you know, I have the only knife in this place. Little weak, though. I gotta tell you. Couldn't anyone make a shiv?
Yeah.
Just
saying.
If
it was a gun, that would be one thing.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, couldn't anyone just make a shiv? I don't know. Point is, he has the only knife, so apparently that's the idea that because he has this one item, he's powerful. And we know Fish is going to outclass this guy in so many ways just because of that.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so, well, basically he's asking, like, why don't you protect me?
And he kind of laughs at that at first.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this scene. Okay, now just going into a gripe right off the bat.
Okay.
I think it's a good scene, but it was overhyped in the promo.
No, it was overhyped, and I knew it would be overhyped. That's the thing. I was fully expecting that going in.
I'm sure it's going to open doors to cool stuff later on.
Right.
I thought it was going to be like a big kind of umbrella game changer moment.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so Penguin walks into the GCB, which is a really cool shot, by the way. And I love his coat.
Yeah, and of course, you gotta love the classic Penguin walk. I mean, Robin Lord Taylor just does it so well. It's just great physical acting on his part.
By the way, I love his coat.
Oh, yeah.
You know, nice coat, but I do like his coat. Okay, so Penguin, this is a really great way I love the build to this scene, though.
Oh, yeah.
So he walks in there, he's looking for Gordon's desk, and in the background is like a chance by meeting. Again, I wish the payoff was a little more satisfying, but...
I mean, to tell you the truth, I'm kind of satisfied with just the doors that this scene opens in general. So
yeah.
I'm fine with it.
The doors are cool, they open. At least, I mean, they're open, I don't know, it would be kind of cool if we got like a little more towards the end. So anyway, so in the background, Edward Enigma takes notice of the Penguin and he makes his way over, and it's like kind of this grand thing of like Penguins walk into the front desk or like in the center of the police station or something, and Enigma's making his way all around like the build of the scores going. It's like the competing scores. The Enigma score meets the Penguin score as they're about to meet each other.
Exactly. Right.
And anyway, so then they meet and Penguin says, "Is there a problem?" It's great. They meet each other.
Oh yeah.
Instantly,
Enigma presents a riddle.
Do you need something?
Know what the riddle. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Do you need something? And he says, like, what? Essentially, he lists off a few things. That the answer to the riddle is nothing. I need nothing. And then before that, though, like Penguin says, like, is that a riddle? And just Enigma saying, yes. Do you like riddles? Instantly, he says, no. I think that's the perfect way to set him up. Is that no, I don't like riddles. Well, the answer is no.
Exactly.
It says, who are you, Edward? Enigma. Then I know who you are, though. You do? Then you know you're standing too close. He takes that.
This is like I love seeing the Penguin when he gets intimidating. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of the time with the Penguin, we're kind of seeing him like kind of scrape out of situations, like we did last episode. But it's nice to see him when he's kind of working his intimidation factor a little bit.
Then Enigma coins a Penguin fact that kind of makes fun of his walk in some way.
Right.
Penguins walk away when they're holding eggs.
Oh.
And he says,
fascinating?
yeah. keep moving. Essentially, he tells Nigma to keep moving. He says, okay, we'll do. And he does. Oh, it's just such a cool moment, though. Meanwhile,
like I said, I mean, I don't blame the show for the way it was overhyped. You know what I mean?
all I can tell you is it makes me worried for next episode. We'll get into that speculation.
Oh God, yeah. Oh Jesus.
I'm terrified for next episode. But so Penguin and now this scene, this one I like better on the rewatch. Penguin and Gordon will have a little scene here. He invites him to the opening, the grand opening of his club. Oswald to mean the world to him if he could show up. But Gordon, for obvious reasons, of the great ending that was Welcome Back, Jim Gordon, for obvious reasons, he declines the invitation, saying that no, and I don't need your help. He says, "Oh, God, I guess you're too busy then. Anything I can help with? If you're working on big cases, no, I don't need your help. It was a mistake. Do me a favor, don't come here again."
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And then I love this. So initially, I was a little put off by Penguin saying, I'm not one to. You shouldn't say cruel things to me like that. Now, initially, I'm glad that I'm not against this moment. Just at first, I was fearing it was going down the route of, oh yes, you said this one bad thing to me, so I'm going to turn on you completely now.
Okay, I can see that.
Thankfully, it didn't go that way. Thankfully, it did not go that way. So I'm glad that Penguin's smart enough. And again, I'm still harking back to that moment in episode 2. He still thinks of Gordon as somewhat of a stooge, yet he's approaching him so much as a friend. So I love the idea. I think he's genuinely trying to be friends with Gordon.
He is, yeah, he is. I'd say so.
I love that. So anyway, so he's so the point is he's hurt by Gordon saying no, but he still gives him the invitation, and he says, "Oh, don't worry, I know you. Someday will come when you're going to have to come to me, and I'll be waiting."
And now, and he also gives this really great quote.
Do you want to say? Do you have it written down?
I have it written down. Yeah, can I say
sure,
it?
sure. If you have it written down, sure, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Okay, this is probably my favorite quote of the episode. One of my favorite quotes of the series.
Favorite quote of the episode for me, definitely.
Okay, walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light.
Oh, that epitomizes Gordon.
Yeah, great stuff. Okay.
And also think about this, Tiki. It references years later when he's going to be working with Batman. Think about it. He'll be walking with a friend at nighttime.
Exactly.
I love that. That is a great line. Anyways, and then he gives him the invitation, and Gordon, in classic Gordon fashion, he crumples up, throws it in the trash can after Penguin leaves. Really cool. That's Gordon doing it. I love the scene, though. The scene's a good scene.
Okay, we see Jonathan's injection, and Crane is kind of coercing him to look into his eyes. Look into my eyes, Jonathan. Look into my eyes, son. It'll be all right. And then anything, like, what do we see any sort of, like, Scarecrow imagery in this scene, or is that for later?
No, it's later.
Okay, fair enough. And then, so we have Bruce in the woods, and he's stacking some rocks up, and, hey, guys, there's some rocks here. We can build a pretty decent shelter just using rocks.
So, here's an example.
I'm sorry.
So here's an example of some stuff I wish we had like some sort of even like a really, really brief flashback just to explain it or something.
Right, like a 5-second flashback. You're right.
I'm just saying
that would have been useful.
Because I can only guess that it's like a game he and Thomas Wayne played of like see who can get more rocks and like stack them up, and it looks like the father was winning. And I do love the little note of like a little rocks. It's labeled carved into it BW and TW for Thomas and Bruce Wayne. I thought it was sweet seeing that.
Yeah, that's a good touch.
However, then here's a moment that again, first watch I'm a little put off by. Second watch I kind of get it more. So initially
I really like this moment.
Yeah, I mean at first he's destroying like a little statue there. So at first. The reason I was against it is kind of that classic scene in a lot of movies where, I love something, I'm going to destroy it because I'm frustrated. However, what I like, the reason... Well, no, it's not Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph, he destroyed the car.
I know, but that was to help somebody.
Okay, anyways.
Anyway, so
that was another cliche. I'm sorry, I'm just saying.
Anyway. So,
I'm going to pretend to be mad at you, even though it's irrelevant to the plot that I am. Rawr! Third act breakup, and we're gonna get together in like 10 minutes.
That's entirely different. He was straight with her that whole moments.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
Anyway,
going off the rails.
so what I was saying, rewatching, I like the idea of this moment that, like any kid, especially for a kid who's going to grow up to be Batman, at first he's frustrated by a loss, which obviously you can get. He's frustrated by the fact that it doesn't feel the same. My father's not here. He destroys this is no longer a game. My life is no longer a game. It will never be like fun. These fun moments won't exist. And basically, he's taking his frustrations out that he's gone. Years later, he's going to be relishing these moments when he leaves the flowers by the graves and whatnot.
Right.
So I like the significance of that. Like, I think that one's more of like a clever thing for the audience to figure out, maybe.
Sure.
So then he falls, and at first I was so excited. You know me, I was really excited. Even watching this episode, I was like, "Oh, he's falling."
Right.
I was thinking.
We don't know how far out from the mansion this is, do we?
I know that's the thing. We don't. Well,
Yeah.
I assume he was dropped off. Oh no, and he ventured out on his own. No, actually, he ventured out on his own.
Oh, okay. So it might be like. Yeah. Do you think it may be like in the woods surrounding the mansion?
That's what I think. That's what I think it is.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Anyway, so he falls and he falls a long way. So at first, I love that commercial break too. He falls.
If you've seen the movie Hot Rod, there's this really funny scene where it's basically an extended guy falling, or an extended shot of this guy falling down this hill for a ridiculously long amount of time. This is kind of what it reminded me of a little bit.
So again, at first I was so hyped up thinking, So at first, see folks, that's Tiki's worst. See, this is Tiki's worst fear in acting because he's been injected by fear toxin of everything going wrong within a video.
That happens every video I make, so I think I'm used to it by now.
See,
but I'm good. Thanks for your concern, BlueDragonFive.
You see, he's built up a tolerance already. I'm kidding. Anyway, so the point is, at first he fell, and I thought, oh, he's gonna land in the Batcave. Oh, it's gonna be cool. And I'm still bothered by the promo that in the promo they directly wanted to make you think that, even though it's not happening. So,
well, again, I don't fault the show for that. I fault the marketing for that. It's entirely different.
Mm-hmm. So we see Bruce is hurt bad. He's hurt his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another kind of Batman reference of even kind of the injured Batman making his way.
A little bit.
Basically, it's like there is a moment in year one where he hurts his ankle and he has to use the cape.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the broken back.
No. I mean, like.
And I was like, that's a little bit of a stretch. I think the broken back is a little bit more of a severe problem.
Well, I mean, just in general, they use kind of the classic image of like the injured Batman making his way through something. Right. But also, I guess specifically, year one does have a bit where his leg is injured.
Okay. All right, so what's up with Tompkins now?
Yeah, then we got Tompkins and Jim in this bit. Again, I love Tompkins, I do, and I love Gordon and Tompkins together. But this episode's not doing it for me with the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's he points out the logical argument of, hey, let's not no kissing at the workplace. Now you're officially working, you're no kissing at the workplace. And I like the idea that she's trying to lighten him, because Gordon can be a grim guy, and she's trying to bring some light into it. However, at the workplace, though, and especially at a time where, he made a big statement against Flash, and, again, classic year one stuff. I'm just saying classic year one stuff of they will be using his loved ones against him to blackmail him later on.
Exactly.
Makes me think, plus you made an obvious show of the last episode of kissing in the middle of the department. So I'm just saying, not the wisest idea. That you're making yourself a target, which means bad stuff might happen to you. I don't know. The point is, for that reason, I think it's like the whole Flash thing is making that kind of a stupid call on Leslie's part. Not a Barbara level.
I can see it. I can see where we're coming from.
Yeah, not a Barbara level stupid move, mind you, but still kind of a careless move.
Nothing in the history of fictional television can be Barbara level.
I mean, it's not like she walked up to a mob boss or anything and said, "Please don't hurt me." Pretty much. She might as well. I can assume Barbara just tied herself up in a robe as she hopped in. Think about this. Barbara just literally tied herself up and just hopped her way to the Falcone mansion. Just, please don't hurt my fiancé.
Exactly.
It's like she's Sally from Charlie Brown.
Oh God. Okay, I think that's even a little bit of an insult towards Sally.
You're right. Anyway, so let's see. Okay, so basically, he's burning himself professional. Meanwhile, Falcone and Maroni, really good scene here.
Oh yeah.
So I love how Maroni's just saying, as they're going through kind of mobster pleasantries of like, no, we can't say what we're actually talking about, but let's talk about pleasantries. I'll give you some Cuban cigars. Okay,
Cuban cigars. Yeah.
So I love how Maroni says, okay, Falcone, talk straight with me here.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the angle? What's your angle for keeping Penguin alive? Like, well, why
he's a moneymaker.
You know he's a moneymaker. And Falcone says, well, he's clever and he knows his place. He'll know he'll never be the boss, which of course we know in the future he will indeed be the boss.
Yeah, that's great.
Really good. I love that. So I love that, and I love this idea that he says, I'll show my gratitude. So there's nothing. It's personal. I got to kill this guy. He says, what if I could give you someone else in turn? He says, who? Do you know Judge Stan Turnbull? So yeah, basically Maroni says, yeah, that prick, basically
he actually says, he's a mean son of a mother bitch.
Yeah.
I thought that was a very colorful insult on Maroni's behalf.
Oh yeah.
A mean son of a mother bitch. All right. Anyways.
Anyway, so this is a big enemy of of Maroni's operations because he put away a lot of his guys and most likely give them the death sentence too.
Mm-hmm.
So the point is,
basically, is this guy maybe like a little bit of a Harvey Dent?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
a Dark Knight Harvey Dent.
Oh, of course, and I like, and maybe here's an idea. Maybe with this guy gone, or at least definitely in dire straits at the moment, Harvey Dent might be able to step up a little and become more of an enemy towards Maroni, like he will definitely down the line.
I mean, I'm hoping, yeah, because I think Harvey Dent's been getting almost as big of a screw job as Montoya's been getting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, he's not presented badly, but he's just like not used well at all.
I'm just saying, look, Dent hasn't been he's only been in 2 episodes.
Yeah, I know, and that's kind of my issue. It's like you introduce him, you make a big deal out of him, and then he just disappears.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, again, hopefully, either by the tail end of this season or next season, they'll do some stuff with him.
Oh, I'd hope before then, but
hopefully. Anyways, the point is, an enemy of Maroni is like a judge who's always giving Maroni the business and imprisoning his guys and giving him the death sentence, death penalty. We find out. Well, I like to nickname this the blackmail box because we see basically a little glass room, like 2-way mirrors or something, like a little door or something. Maroni and Falcone look by and he says, "I can bring me his head. I can do better than that. I can bring his body." And we see his body. We see in this room that there's so much. It's like kind of the cartoony level, like 60s Batman cartoony level of stuff with a really dark filter on
it. Yeah, exactly.
In this box, we have a dead body to incriminate him with. Not only is that a dead body, it's a dead body of a boy he was with.
Oh God.
Not boy, but like a man, like a young man.
Yeah.
Of a young man. Meanwhile, he's in his underpants getting pictures taken of him with an S&M girl. So that mixed with implied homosexuality among the judge, basically kind of a closeted sort of deal, photographs and everything with a dead body all on top of that, within the confines, in the clutches of the mobster, to do God knows what whenever he's done with them.
I like that they don't just kill him. I like the fact that they are just deliberately ruining his life.
Oh yeah, in several ways too.
Oh yeah.
So the point is, and it's all on tape. And basically, give me his head and $2,000 grand. $200,000.
Oh, it's really dark, really dark.
No, actually, I forget if it's $20,000 or 200. I think it's $200,000.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's 200.
Mm-hmm.
So give me his head. I love. First of all, he says it's not about money. Like whatever your gift is, the money.
Yeah.
Then he instantly goes back on that.
That's one of Maroni's big motivations for sure.
But then he instantly goes back on it and says about give me his head and $200,000. Anyway, so then I love the happy camaraderie of they're so happy at just looking at that.
Right.
They're so happy. It's like such a fun mode. They're laughing and enjoying it so much. Saying, "Wait, so this is for me?" He says, "Well, it's more for us, but I'll share them."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll consider them yours, but we're sharing them at the moment.
All right, so back at the Gotham PD, Bullock, he brings up a really interesting point. He thinks that Jim should go to the Penguin, and they want to. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so Bullock's making a good argument here, saying, "Wait, look, why not go to the Penguin?" Gordon's saying no for obvious reasons, and he says, "Wait, look, if we play this game, we're going to wait for another body drop. You don't want that, do you? And then Gordon's asking the smart questions. You're getting good detective work from Gordon here, saying, what drives him? What does he fear? Why? Because Bullock pointed out earlier on he fears failure, which is not much to go on.
Right, yeah, everyone fears failure.
Why is he obsessed with fear? What caused his fear? Said car crash. I don't know, maybe there's something more to it.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to the microfilm, and I love this old touch. It's microfilm. I love that.
Yeah.
Again, they're really being ambiguous with the time. So far in this series.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't recall ever seeing a computer in this timeline.
What about cell phones? We've had cell phones, right?
We've had cell phones, but I don't think we've had any computers.
Okay.
I don't think we've had computers. We might have them in the desk, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
The point is, we're going to like an old microfilm area of the GCPD.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking through case files, and they find Karen Crane's Karen Crane died in a fire, and obviously wait fire. What do you think anyone else knew about this? Everyone else has been saying car crash must be a consensus view. So okay, so she died in a fire. Oh, I get it now. He saved his son, but he couldn't go back for her because he was afraid. He was afraid to save her. He must feel ashamed. That's why no one knows about the true way she died.
That's a really good revelation. I really like that kind of build up to Crane's motivation.
And also they get an address, which is the exact locations. Yeah, it's so fascinating that he's going to the place where his wife died so he can confront his fears.
Right. Yeah, no, I really like this. I think this is one of the more... I mean, granted, you are, of course, the Batman expert here, but I think this is one of the more well-done interpretations of the Scarecrow we've seen. Yeah,
so, I mean, mind you, this is his father right now, but...
Yeah, I'd say just the Scarecrow storyline, the motivations and everything like that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, bear in mind that, again, the Scarecrow stuff in this episode is the best stuff.
Best stuff, yeah, maybe besides Maroni and the Penguin.
Sure. Anyway, so let's see. So we go back with Gerald. We see what he's doing. He's concocted. Oh, sorry, I misread my notes here. He's conquered his fear. We finally see he's like maybe an injection away from completely conquering his fear. To the point he's conquered his fear to the point where he's injected with. He's not moving or anything. Looking at.
Oh yeah.
So he's good, and now it's Jonathan's turn. We see Jonathan. He tries to run away on the outside, and a really good set, by the way.
Stop, Johnny!
I'm sorry, stop, Johnny!
For some reason, that delivery cracked me up. I don't know why. I thought it was unintentionally funny.
Again, I love
why. I have a weird sense of humor.
Again, I love Gerald Crane. I love the actor playing Gerald Crane.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he says, stop, Johnny! You're the most caring father on earth.
Right.
Seriously, he does truly care about him, but he's doing such demented things for his son and for the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, he says, okay, listen, Jonathan's saying, look, I'm not even afraid like you. And he says, everyone's afraid. And then it's kind of a serious turn here. So everyone's afraid of something. And point is, he says, listen, you trust me. This is for you, and this is for mankind. You know I'd never do anything to hurt your son.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sweet moment. Again, it's coded in craziness, but it's a sweet moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see the Scarecrow on the outside.
Oh yeah. Now, can you explain this to me? Like, what's the significance of Jonathan the Scarecrow? Because to me, it doesn't really connect back with Gerald's fear. I mean, I guess it makes sense that they wouldn't be the same thing. I mean, I guess that's one of my complete complaints with the episode is the Scarecrow was creepy and well done, especially the shot at the very end, which was terrifying.
Okay, Tiki, specify for me. Do you mean why is there a Scarecrow there, or why is he afraid?
No. I mean, why specifically is Jonathan afraid of Scarecrows? Like, why is that his big fear? I don't think that was very well explained.
No, it's well explained. We'll get to it when we get to it.
Okay.
The point is the Scarecrow's there. It's cool looking. Meanwhile, Alfred's worried about Bruce. He's been gone for a while. We get the classic Batman visage of an injured Bruce Wayne making a splint, being really smart. Okay, I'm going to make a splint. I'm going to crawl up those. That's for me one of my favorite moments about Batman is how he's such a driven guy.
Sure.
I just love the idea that Bruce has such willpower. He's climbing up that hill, that long fall. He's climbing up that hill. Mm-hmm. That's Batman for me.
Okay, so Fish, she asks, "What's up, Doc?" to Nate, and I love this line. I'm like, "Oh, that's a nickname. I give all my friends nicknames. Yours is Doc. Because I see that wise look in your eye.
That's kind of that's somewhat of a reference to Snow White.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I thought more Bugs Bunny, but.
Well, I mean, Doc, as in Doc Wise Person, is what I guess the the name. It's where the name for the dwarf comes from. Doc is in Smart Guy.
Sure. Okay. Anyways. So, what you doing here?
So, for instance, like, what should I call you? I'm more of a firecracker, and in a fire, there's like some firecracker innuendo saying like, oh, the firecracker goes off once and then just lies there. Me, I'm the whole 4th of July. So the point is, she's acting seductively. It's close. Says, yeah, I'll protect you. Just get here. Stop talking now.
Oh yeah.
And so then he makes the stupid mistake of getting too close to the fish, and then the fish grabs his knife and stabs him right in the throat, which is very violent.
Right.
And then she just has the cool moment saying, "You all work for me now."
Oh yeah.
So again, I like the idea so far in the episode of they're using fear as a theme, so fear controls these guys in the prison.
Very true. That's a good point. That's a good catch.
Bruce is kind of going up against a fearful thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Jonathan and his father conquering fear. That's the big thing.
Sure.
I guess what there might be subtly going forward with Gordon, just to give it some positive stuff, is that it's Gordon's fear of something bad happening to Leslie, just kind of fear of what the police might do. Because
I can give it that. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. If there's any other fear kind of things. Oh yeah, Penguin's fear coming up about the future of an arrangement.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah, I think the thing that covers our fears so far. So let's keep going. So anyways, next.
Good catch though. I really like that running theme in the episode. Good catch.
Yeah. So they are keeping with the fear, which is good. Meanwhile, we're at what I kind of nicknamed it Crane Manor because it's a nice set. So we're at Crane Manor. And, now this scene's really cool. So we're at it's kind of our big third act action set, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much. So Bullock and Gordon have made their way because now they know where they're going. So now I just love the simple shot of the two of them, Bullock in his hat, and in silhouette with him in his head, and Gordon with their guns drawn, saying "GCPD." Right. Yeah. I always love that image. So they're going in there saying, "GCPD, freeze! And you're under arrest." And Crane is Jonathan is telling us, we gotta get out of here, and Gerald's grabbing all the rest of the samples as he can real quick. He's like, there's still time, and we still have to finish the last protocol. These stages in which they get injected are called protocols.
Right, exactly, yeah.
So the idea is they both been injected the amounts, and they both just need one more injection. So anyway, so they're taking chase, so they're running away from Bullock and Gordon, and they go into the hay bales, kind of almost a maze sort of setup they got going on there.
Right. Yeah. Oh God.
I just love this little
action going on.
Yeah, I just love this little barricade thing. Kind of like one of those, like in the Civil War, they had like the stupid little walls where people would be shooting each other. Like
right. Yeah. Right.
So I love that sort of thing. They have like kind of like a little trench made of hay to dive into. I like that little set piece. Anyway, so then. Jonathan, Jonathan's panicking, so Gerald's panicking, so he's putting more, an extra dose of the fear toxin in needle. So basically, if one of them gets cured, it's definitely going to be his son. So he's putting his son before his own needs.
Oh God.
Because technically, plus it's a logical thing too. Gerald right now, he's pretty much over his fear, so he just needs it for safety's sake. But his son is the only one who truly needs the treatment right now.
That's very true. So I just worry about him possibly overdosing, perhaps.
Of course. But still, he loves his son to the point where he's going to cure his fear. It's the last thing he does, what he's about to do. So it's too much, and his father he says, "Please don't do this." And, there's not enough time. He injects him.
I would say the shot where he injects him it looks very painful. I cringed.
Because for a moment you think he might be injecting himself. It was kind of a surprise. He was injecting his son for a moment. So yeah, then he's injecting Jonathan. Oh my God! Basically, Jonathan's ODing on the fear toxin.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
And here's the reason he's afraid of the Scarecrow, because he's he's staring right at the Scarecrow.
He's ODing as he sees the Scarecrow. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's implanted in his memory. It's like whether he had any resounding fear of it beforehand, it might be explained in the future. But the point is, he's looking at this thing under such heavy.
I gotcha. I can buy that.
It's like fear is like the awareness of fear is so high in his bloodstream right now. Anything he's direct contact with it might be a little ominous, is implanting itself in his mind so heavily it's scary.
As Bullock would say, I'm down with that. Okay. Anyways.
Anyway, so that's a really scary bit. Again, props to the young actor playing Jonathan here. He's just the terror. This guy screams really well.
He has less of a little girl scream than Bruce Wayne. Just saying.
True. I hate to be harsh on the kid, but
right. It's not his fault. It's just freaking.
Plus, Jonathan's older.
Kids sound at that age.
Plus, you got to remember, Jonathan's older than Bruce. So
exactly. Yeah.
So the point is, he has a really, really haunting scream, like and I love how that cues Gordon and Bullock to their location.
Mm-hmm.
Just you see the Scarecrow come to life for a moment, and it's really freaking Jonathan out.
Oh yeah.
Then
he's just like convulsing on the ground, like he's looking like he has a seizure or something.
I know,
like
it's really scary.
Yeah.
And basically, this is one of your huge defining moments for the series of the creation of a big villain based on fear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so Gerald has a lack of fear now, kind of in a similar vein to Never Fear from the animated series. I know you haven't seen him, same for people out there. So Gerald, with his lack of fear, he goes out there and he's basically saying, "I'm not afraid of you," and he's just shooting.
I'm not afraid of your guns.
Yes, and he's shooting his own gun. Really cool, by the way.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting him just pull out a gun like that. That was cool.
And just fire right off the bat, like no hesitation or anything. Yeah, he just pretty much walks into his demise. It's really darkly sweet that he's sacrificing himself for his son, and of course,
essentially, yeah, right.
Of course, unbeknownst to him, because his obsession, he's ruined his son's life.
Yeah.
The point that leads to his demise, he gets shot point blank. Is what choice did they leave him?
Mm-hmm.
And this bit I like. I love how Gordon at the end of the day will always tend to the children.
Right, yeah.
Because in the future, presumably, if everything goes right, he will become a father. But also, he's tending to Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle. He's always been kind of like the quasi-father of Gotham.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Anyway, so Gordon, he attends to the Jonathan. We see Jonathan convulsing on the ground. Son, stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
Got a medic. So then Alfred is awaiting Bruce at the top by the fire as he finally makes his way up there.
I love this.
Yeah, this bit was good. Just Alfred waited for him because Bruce insisted on going solo on this thing.
Right.
You watched me climb up here? So I want to go home. Well, don't you want to stay to see the sunrise like you wanted to?
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Okay, we can stay if you can handle it. Till I've handled a lot worse."
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, this scene I feel bad for Oswald.
Yeah. Again, I missed opportunity with not having Mrs. Cobblepot there.
Mm-hmm.
Missed opportunity. All right.
So basically, the opening to Oswald's nightclub is disappointing.
Disappointing, yeah, a little bit.
He's got some the band. What was he thinking with that band?
The punk band.
It's a stupid idea.
Oh God.
Anyway, so we see it's not going. It's really quiet. Pretty much the place is almost deserted.
Isn't there one guy who's like watching the band and like getting really into it?
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't know how many of those guys are henchmen, though. That's the thing.
Fair enough. Yeah.
One is it's either very little or completely deserted. Which also, here's the thing I picked up on first watch. It's like, oh no, what Falcone said was important for this club is a big opening night, so he can make money, and it's not making money.
That's true.
So I'm thinking, oh boy, he's Oswald's going to be in trouble, and especially what Maroni says here. So Maroni stops by, terrifying.
I love how Oswald is like just so fake that he just instantly is just like, oh, Dobroni, what a pleasure to see you.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so basically, Maroni says, hey, relax. Just letting you know everything between. I talked to Don Falcone, everything. When is copacetic, we're good. So relax. I'm not here to kill you.
Mm.
But no more sharing my secrets to the guy, right? Of course. Capiche? Capiche. Anyway, so he also basically offers, would you like to sit down for a drink? On me, of course. Says, huh. Basically says, oh, the expensive stuff, huh? And he basically, like, I love the staging. He's behind the penguin. He's pouring the wine, he's pouring the champagne or something. He says, as he's giving a threat, saying, you better hope that Falcone lives a long, long, healthy life, because when when he goes, so do you, essentially.
Oh yeah.
As soon as the second Falcone's out of the picture, so are you.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you, I'm not crazy about the shot of the wine of the champagne being spilled on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks a little lowbrow, just the way it's staged.
Are you saying it looks like someone peeing?
Well, I
on
mean,
the floor?
I think
is that what you're saying?
I think the symbolism is Penguin's that scared right now.
He's wetting himself. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's what they're trying to symbolize. I think it's a little lowbrow.
I agree. I got the symbolism, but I was like, really,
yeah,
there's no one there.
I'm not crazy about it. But just look at it for what it is. He's just spilling wine, so it's spilling champagne, so who really cares? But I love how he's overfilling the glass, though. Like basically saying, "Oh yes, you're having your toast now, victory. It's not going to last. You're going to get overconfident, which means overflowing, which means it's all going to run on the floor and be a mess in your nice new nightclub you just got. So that means stay on your toes." So I like that symbolism. I like that symbolism there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so let's see. So obviously Penguin's startled, so he's fearful. Meanwhile, also there was a bit in the episode where Alfred was a little fearful of Bruce's survival. So again, more fear in the episode.
Good catch. Good catch.
Meanwhile, so Alfred and Bruce, they're there and they view the sunrise. Hooray for little Bruce. However, I hate the nickname Alfred has for him in this scene, though.
Master B.
Stupid. That is stupid.
Master B. I like it. I'll defend it.
I hate that.
Oh, I like it.
Okay,
Master B. Who's B? Who's B? That's just coming up. Anyways. I mean, I like it just because it's kind of like how a kid that age would like want to be referred to. You know what I mean? Like Master B instead of Master Bruce.
Well, Master Bruce sounds so much cooler, though.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm down with it.
Okay, so here's an issue I have with this scene, though. So aside from the Master B, the payoff, there's not much of a payoff. So he got there for the sunrise, which is good. However, abruptly cuts.
Yeah. So
look, follow me on this. I'm assuming there's a deleted scene or something because basically the minute sunrise, they see the sunrise, but we don't get a moment to like linger in it. No, it's instantly cuts to the next scene. Let it play out.
Yeah, that's kind of a flaw with the editing a little bit.
I'm just saying the editing in this episode is a little off to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm saying it abruptly cuts to our next scene.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, meanwhile, so Gordon and Tompkins have a little scene together, and this is set up for something that's going to make me really fearful for next episode. I mean, really fearful.
Oh, God. Okay.
Again, more fear. No.
Even the hosts are scared this episode.
So Gordon and Tompkins are talking, and the Emperor says, "What's wrong?" He says, "Oh, yeah, I had you got to do a shootout with the Crane. Unfortunately, Crane died because he came at us with the guns." He says, "Oh, I'm sorry." So what about the kid? Oh, the kid's he's stable in the hospital right now. I'm going to visit him this afternoon. Okay, it's good. Hey, listen, I got tickets to the circus. You want to come along? Yeah, sure. He says, and then he says, "Again, remember no kiss." He says, "Okay, you have to if it means keeping your cop persona that bad. Okay, I'll be discreet." Oh, yeah. And then she kisses him on the cheek. Yeah, if she's just gonna be discreet, just be discreet. Don't make a whole scene out of it, making it a big passionate kiss in front of all the cops. Why do that? Not bright.
Yeah.
That's one
I agree.
Why couldn't it just be like the reason they're doing this is because they're going to doom her character.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise they just do the simple thing of like behind the scenes, like she's kissing him in the locker room or something.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, however, here's kind of something incidentally funny.
Okay.
Again, Ben McKenzie, love him as Gordon, but this scene just more so just kind of a silly bit that he's reoccurring with his relationship with Leslie Tompkins right now.
Yeah.
In the moments where she's being she's being difficult, but not Barbara level difficult, where she's just like
no, not at all.
So again, I like the idea that Tompkins is being kind of a relentless light in Gordon's life. And again, Gordon's the light of Gotham, and basically Gordon's a light of Gotham, but he's always perpetually grim. And she's trying to bring some light. Hey, listen, you're doing good stuff. Bask in it, would you?
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to. So basically, she's just being cute. And in this episode, not as cute as she's been before, but still, she's being kind of cute. And I love how Gordon just gives us kind of frustrated. I wrote down my notes: comedy Gordon face.
Comedy Gordon face.
So basically, he gives us again. I told you in the previous episode, I love that he turns into like a schoolboy when he's flirting, when he's on a date with her.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
here it's kind of like that whole frustrated schoolboy, like, I don't know what to do with you. She just gives like this smirk of like, I'm confused. I love this, but why would I go forward with this? It's like, oh, you frustrate me, but I like you. Anyway, so next then we see Fish is taking over the prison. Here we get another nod to our oncoming episodes.
Okay.
So a returning prisoner is put back in there. And
I thought when you said return, it's like, wait, is she a character on the show?
Well, she's hinted our next character.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which you might let me say what it is. So Fish is taking over prison, everything's going well, but then like someone's thrown in the prison. First I thought it was gonna be the armed guard saying, "Hey, Fishman, you can't be boss," or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we see a girl's being thrown in there, and apparently she's a repeat. Like another one's being thrown in here. She's coming back, being returned. And basically she's saying, they took my eyes.
Ooh, yeah, really.
And you know who this is referenced to, don't you?
No, I don't, actually.
Dollmaker and the Smiley Couple.
Oh, okay, God, the Smiley Couple. The Smiley Couple, that's right.
Well, at the very least, definitely Dollmaker. I forget if the Smiley Couple were in jail or not. I assume they were.
Right.
The point is, the Dollmakers. I could almost bet you even money that Dollmaker's involved now, because who else would take eyes?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's a fair bet.
And I think it's kind of a sloppy way to reference it, but it might be a reference to the fact Selena Kyle like clawed a guy's eyes out, and then remember the Smiley Couple shot the guy.
Oh yeah! Oh, I totally forgot about that. Right.
So I mean, obviously it's not the same thing. Selena did that, but I mean, it's a reference to the fact that someone had taken eyes and it was in that episode. So that's what it's referenced to.
Gotcha,
Dollmaker is coming at least either 2 or 3 episodes from now.
Oh, I thought the next episode was called Dollmaker.
No, well, I mean, the thing is, Dollmaker was said to be in the 17th episode, but it's being called Red Hood. So.
Oh, that's right. It's called Red Hood. Okay. I got
anyway, the point is, so meanwhile, we have a really cool ending bit here, though.
I love this. Yeah.
This ending was really good. So we see
as a horror movie fan, I love this ending. So
Jonathan Crane is in the hospital. You know, he's stable, but he's still tossing and turning around the place. And basically, Gordon's talking to the doctor on the other side. I assume with two-way glass, maybe. I don't know. The point is, like, they're on the other side, and he's saying, "Oh yeah, he'll live. Is he gonna live, Doc? Yeah, he'll live, but he's got essentially he's got brain damage. The effects are gonna wear off, but they're gonna be lingering. I mean, the toxins run its course, but the effects are gonna be lingering. So he's gonna be in constant terror. So basically, imagine the thing you fear most every waking hour."
Oh god, yeah, not good.
So essentially, all his adrenaline glands and everything have been permanently active now, and constant fear and awareness, which means he'll always be seeing. He's always going to be in fear gas mode.
Right.
And then the last image of the episode, take us through it, Tiki. What was I saying?
Oh my god! Oh, this like I said, I am obviously like a much bigger like horror movie fan than you are. You don't really like the genre. I'm really into it. So. Just this image of this like creepy like it's like a scarecrow, but obviously he's like all alive and stuff, and oh man, I can't even really explain it. It's just so creepy to look at, you know what I mean?
It's basically Scarecrow monsters.
Right, yeah. Oh god.
However, I get a minor gripe.
What's your minor gripe? I mean,
it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying I think I know a way it could have looked better.
Okay.
If they had guys in practical costumes, like a little bit of effects work over them.
Are you saying this was CG?
Yeah, this was all CG, Tiki.
That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I still thought it looked cool. I agree with you. I'm usually a guy that argues for CG, but I don't know. I mean, maybe the CG kind of gave it like an otherworldly quality. That's what I felt like.
It did. I don't know. Either give it another render or make it like a combination of practical and CG. At the point, it still looks cool. It's a cool idea.
Oh yeah.
Then that's our ending for
yes, and that is the Scarecrow. That is Scarecrow. All right. So, final thoughts before we get into speculation?
Again, it just didn't live up to my expectations. We had a really good opener, like, for a two-parter. We had a really great opener previous episode, I thought. But this one, it has good bits. The Scarecrow bits are the big things that carry, with other good bits like the Maroney stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it's just overall, I don't think it meshes well. And the Gordon relationship stuff's really weak this episode for me. I hate how we get into the Fish Mooney story. The Bruce Wayne story's good, but I wish they could have explained some of the bits, like what the whole
right
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's just I basically have a lot of minor gripes to kind of add to like kind of a major gripe for like a third of it.
I hear you.
So again,
Okay.
I just want to point that I don't mean to be harsh. In an episode that doesn't have Barbara in it, it's just that. Again, it's good. It's just in comparison to the other great distinct stuff we had in the past. It's bland in comparison for me personally.
All right. Well, I mean, I
was let down.
I still disagree with you that this is one of the weaker episodes of the series. I'm not going to go as far as say it's one of the best episodes of the series, but I mean, I thought it was really good.
It's probably because I had big expectations, though, to be honest with you.
And I guess I'm just the kind of person where it's like I like to kind of check my expectations at the door. I've been burned by expectations so many times in the past.
I'm saying an episode called Scarecrow that they've been marketing as it's a two-parter, I would expect the big finale. Because if you rewatch the previous episode, I was really hyped up for this next one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's interesting, and it's like going through it with you, I can totally see the editing mistakes that you're pointing out, like kind of the sloppy storytelling, but I still think it's decent, and again, with Barbara, it's like, Barbara's not there, so yeah, how can you really not like an episode with Barbara not in it?
And also, another element, just even with the Scarecrow stuff, as much as I like it, I wish we could have got more scenes with like him and the father bonding, though. Like of Jonathan and Gerald bonding a little more?
I mean, I just think that's just an issue of there was just so much good. Like, you would probably have to lose the whole Alfred and Bruce bonding stuff to get more of that in there.
But honestly, I just get rid of the Fish Mooney stuff completely to make it have more story sense with another episode.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know?
All right. So speculation time.
Speculation. So it looks like next episode Bruce Wayne is at Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah.
So the good news is that Bruce is going to get more development with the whole Wayne Enterprises connection to his parents' murder.
Right, that was brought up in that one episode. I forget what episode it even was, but then it was never really.
It was one of our favorites. It's Viper.
Oh, Viper. That's right. Okay.
Episode 5.
And then it was never really addressed again. So I'm glad we're getting back into that whole business.
Well, it was kind of addressed in Lovecraft.
Yeah, but it was just touched on in Lovecraft a little bit.
Well, remember that it's still kind of referenced that okay, there's something going on at Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah, fair enough. But
anyways, the point is, so Bruce is saying, you know, I'm here to talk about kind of the chemical snafu that went on, and I'm here to get some answers. Which also he might be talking about a new chemical snafu, which might lead to our other character, but. Fish Mooney has plans. He's saying, "Oh, I'm in control now." She's wearing a little dashiki-looking thing. I don't know. She's wearing this kind of funky turban hat.
Right, yeah.
And
go up against Boss Biggs.
I'm getting a sense we're going to have they're going to reveal this is like Dollmaker's prison because again the girl without the eyes makes me think maybe
that makes sense.
I'm going to assume that those pirate guys are recruiting just victims and they look for a suitable victim. Maybe Fish Mooney has features they need, so they kidnapped her for that reason.
Sure.
So basically, I assume that okay, go on the ship, look for people that fit my specifications. If they don't kill them, which they did on the rest of the guys on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. Again, could have explained why and where she is.
A little bit, yeah.
Again, the weird thing that makes me hopeful is that Crazy Quilt may or may not be in the episode.
Right, because of the Wikipedia thing, how it's titled.
One of the things that like lists the ratings said Crazy Quilt, and I just blindly speculate Crazy Quilt because it said blind fortune teller, and technically Crazy Quilt's blind.
And that also, I guess that can kind of tie into the one we saw at the end of Fish's story arc too.
True. Well, remember the lady isn't blind.
She had her eyes poked out, Blue Dragon.
Oh no! All right. Sorry.
I'd say she's blind.
No. I thought you meant her mother, like her maybe mother. I thought you meant that one. Remember
Where did you
early?
even get that? No, I know we were talking about, but where did you even get that I was referencing that?
Well, you said end of the episode, and she was at the end of the episode for one of them, and you said the lady fish knows. I forgot you. Well, she doesn't really know this blind
Yes, I
girl.
said
She
the end
walked-
of this episode, not the
Sorry,
end of a
sorry.
random episode.
Forgot.
All right. Anyways.
Anyway, so also the flying raisins, I'm sure, are going to factor into this.
Oh yeah, of course. We've already seen. I've seen promotional artwork for it, so it is for sure happening.
I didn't see the promotions, but I heard I just wrote it off as a rumor of oh, the flying Graysons may be in there way before Dick Grayson, like just John and Mary Grayson early on.
Right, yeah.
Which I'm not saying couldn't be interesting. I'm just saying you sure you won't put that stuff in season 1?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like just have them there, just introduce them into the universe. I'm fine with that.
The point is, they got to be careful that they don't hint at Robin too much.
I don't think they will.
I'm going to say one thing. If they have Robin at all in this, it's going to be silly. Don't.
Oh, no, I totally agree with you. Yeah, I totally agree.
I don't know, even if they do a whole thing where he's a newborn, I'm still going to say, no, don't do that. Come on.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, so let's see. Okay, also, let's address the elephant in the room. So now a lot of the continuing promo stuff. The continuing promo stuff is saying you've seen Fish Moody, the Penguin, Victor Zsasz. You've seen all these guys introduced.
Mm-hmm.
And the Riddler, Two-Face, and Harvey Dent. And now, who's next? The Joker.
Well, they don't specifically say the Joker. They just say Gotham's new villain is no laughing matter.
No. Remember, the next one being introduced is No Joke.
Oh, No Joke. Yeah, No Joke. Okay.
And also, I'm surprised this was actually something, because in the promo for Gotham, way back in the day, one of the promos, there was this bit where they're at a crime scene, the sheet from underneath looks like a Joker smile.
Right. Yeah,
and I wrote it off as coincidence, but apparently they reused it here, so it's actually intentional. That it's hinting.
Okay, so I mean, because next episode is Red Hood, I am kind of speculating right now. I mean, I know you kind of disagree with me, but if I were writing the show, and I'm not, of course, but if I were writing the show, I'd have this opportunity to have the Joker's Killing Joke origin tied in with Red Hood.
No, he looks awfully young in the bit we got there, but then again, he's hunched over, so I can't tell how old he is.
I mean, he's pretty young in the Killing Joke, isn't he?
Well, he's not that young in the Killing Joke.
Well, I mean, he must be in his 30s, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, in the Killing Joke, I'm saying the kid here looks a lot younger.
Okay, well, we'll
I'm
see.
saying this kid looks like he's going to be Bruce Wayne age.
I didn't get that.
But he's hunched over. It's hard to tell. It looks really young.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, I don't know. I didn't get that he was a kid, though. I definitely didn't get that impression.
I'm getting he's either that or he's a little younger than Jonathan Crane. Jonathan Crane strikes me as a 17-year-old kid or something.
Okay, I mean, I thought he would be in his 20s or so based on what I saw. So
again, he's hunched over. We don't see him standing.
Right,
so I can't tell. And he has a very young-looking face, regardless.
Yeah.
And he's doing a Joker laugh and a Joker smile, which is hard to tell, also.
Sure.
So the point is that he's giving a laugh, so it looks like he's in an interrogation with Gordon and he's just laughing in response to whatever question he's got, which is really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
So with the elephant in the room, so I've heard them saying they might just jump directly to making him Red Hood, but who laughs a lot like the Joker.
Oh, okay, huh? That's...
No, I mean, I'm just saying the way it's been sold, they're directly saying Joker, which makes me... No, they can't just have him be Joker, they gotta do something with the Red Hood.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just saying they're doing an episode called The Red Hood, which I've been telling you. I hope they go to Snyder Rabbits a bunch of guys in a Red Hood gang. Or maybe something could be cool. Maybe he starts the Red Hood gang, so he puts on a Red Hood to do crime, and then the rest of a lot of people follow inspirationally. Here, let me run this by you. What if he was a Batman before a Batman, so to speak? He inspired people, much like Batman will later on.
Mm-hmm.
So Joker, in turn, inspires people for crime. He puts on the Red Hood, says, take back city. This is a chaotic city we live in. Embrace it. The Waynes were killed.
Right.
Complete randomness. The city is up for grabs. The Mafia runs this place. Let's put on mask. Unidentifiability. Complete randomness. Crime. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Make it fun. That sort of thing. So here's what I'm worried about. I'm worried EXO is going to be a huge move for this show because they're introducing Joker in some form.
Which is, of course, that's literally playing their cards.
Yes, that is the biggest card they have in the deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Short of putting the only bigger card they could use is putting the kid in the suit.
right, yeah.
I mean, putting Bruce Wayne in the bat suit, which is the hugest move they have left. Well, that and the third biggest one would be giving Gordon the mustache, but priorities. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Anyways, the point is, so I'm worried that what they're going to do is they're going to have the kid that's playing Joker, they're going to have him be responsible for some crime involving the Flying Graysons. And he's brought in for that. I'm worried how that's going to go. Because, one, you'd be tying in Joker to something involving the Flying Graysons. And it might just be really forced.
Yeah.
We'll see. But even if they did do that, I mean, they could maybe make it interesting if it was like a whole... I want to see the ideology of the Joker come out.
Okay.
Like the whole, just, again, maybe kind of chaos and randomness, perhaps.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I keep saying randomness because in Snyder's run, that was his whole formation on the Red Hood gang, that they wore Red Hoods as a callback to Little Red Riding Hood, in terms of something completely random happened to her. That's
creepy.
Yes, basically, they wear Red Hoods because the city and just crime in general is the big bad wolf. And we're gonna be it's such a random occurrence. I'm not explaining it properly. The point is that they wear Red Hoods kind of because of some connection to Little Red Riding Hood. Vaguely.
Yeah.
The point is, it's kind of a chaotic philosophy that embraces the randomness of crime. In a way, actually, in the Snyder comic, they say they were inspired by Bruce's parents' death.
Okay.
It's really interesting.
Okay.
But so I'm saying there could be some cool stuff there. And let me just run you my my complete fan servicey idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even see the point. Go ahead, but I don't even see the point of doing something like that because we know it's not going to be that cool. But go ahead.
Wait, but what's not going to be that cool?
Well, we know that whatever we come up with as fans are probably most likely... okay, I could tell you a million theories for what I think they're going to do with the Joker, but you know what I fully expect them to do? I fully expect this guy to be in fucking one scene. Honestly, this guy is going to be in one scene, and then they're going to save him for season 2. That's what I'm expecting.
Well, not that. Well, Tiki, it's probably going to be they're going to introduce him next episode, then have him for Red Hood the episode, or do switcheroo on what they usually do.
So this is why you're saying maybe this is going to be another 2-parter, leading directly into Red Hood?
Well, vaguely. It's like they're introducing him, and he might have one scene or an introduction, set up in this next one, but then he'll be featured.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I still think the skeptic in me is just they're just gonna introduce him just to hype him up and get ratings, and then they're just gonna keep him close to the vest.
What they might do, one last thing, what they might do is that they might just have a reverse where it's in the episode called Red Hood, it's probably gonna be all about Dollmaker, and just he'll be in Vegas.
Right.
However, what they might do in reverse of that is he might actually be a huge villain in this next one, and then he'll just be in the next one that's actually the one he should be in.
Yeah.
So they might do reverse that. But here,
I just don't think he's going to have much of a presence, just because I don't trust the show's marketing.
Well, overall, you're right. But overall, I do think they're going to introduce him and have a bigger role for him next season.
So
anyway, so let me just run this complete fan servicey idea.
Really quick.
So if he is young Bruce Wayne, what they could do is what if he just has a meeting, Bruce is investigating on the street and just happens down a dark alley and there he is and they get into a scuffle.
Ooh, okay, that is cool.
Either one of two things. Either just get into a scuffle, and basically the kid just laughs at Bruce Wayne. Says, "Oh yeah, you're Bruce Wayne." Didn't your parents die in an alley like this? Is that hilarious?
I love that. That's great. That's great. Yeah.
Basically, just laughing at
that.
Just laughing at something like that, or maybe he's wearing a Red Hood and he confronts Bruce Wayne. They don't. It's like a chance meeting of oh, you're meeting the Joker and you don't even know.
Well, last episode you speculated that Bruce Wayne might walk up to the Red Hood.
Yeah.
And it's just a really tense scene like that. Right,
yeah.
right.
And what if it's that? And maybe or at least at the very least when they get to the Red Hood episode, they might do something.
Right.
The point is to be kind of cool. So maybe also this chemical thing. So a lot of people speculate Viper might also be in relation to something Joker might use years later.
Okay, that could be.
Maybe that could be tied in. So maybe because Bruce is going to be looking into that matter, which might connect to our young Joker here, perhaps. So I don't know. The point is, it'd be kind of cool if we somehow had a fight between Bruce Wayne and the young Joker.
I don't know. I think that's jumping the gun a little bit, to tell you.
I know. Again, I'm just saying complete fan service. I don't expect it at all. I'm just saying it's just like fan service. It probably would make a lot of sense, but it'd just be kind of cool.
Right.
It's like, oh.
Okay, let me hit you with like just a couple like questions that I have after this episode. A, how are they going to continue the Scarecrow storyline, and will they?
I'm sure they're gonna bring him in season 2.
Season 2, yeah, but how?
Well, simple. He's perpetually in fear of things, so he'll be obsessed with fear for that reason. I'm sure he's gonna be pissed off at Gordon and Bullock for killing his father.
Right.
Okay.
He'll
want revenge for that, and also he'll probably I'm sure. Here's what he's gonna do, because he's probably angry that the fact he's always in perpetual fear. What he might do is that he's going to use his father's research, but do the opposite of it, and make people afraid of things, to make the world afraid like he is.
Gotcha.
Perhaps. I'm just throwing an idea out there, maybe.
Okay, next question. How do we think that the Nigma and Penguin relationship is going to develop?
I think he's going to hire him to do some work for him, like basically be his private...
Penguin's going to hire him?
Yeah, so maybe here's the
Okay.
twist idea. What if he becomes his Mike?
What if this becomes his Mike? Oh, God. We love Mike.
At the very least, what if he hires him to do his dirty work on Falcone because he can't get close to Falcone? I'm sorry, not Falcone, on Maroni.
Mm-hmm.
On Maroni, but at the very least, whatever he does with him, that he's going to get in trouble, and that's going to lead to him being fired.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Well, it's going to be him turning to the criminal element and going further down the Riddler path.
Yeah.
Or at least Penguin's going to inspire him to basically become more villainous.
Okay. Do you have any other questions you want to bring up, or should we wrap it up?
I thought you had a third one.
No, I don't. I just have those two.
No, I don't really have. I just really hope they don't screw up when they bring in the Joker. I'm going to say this. Next episode's going to be the riskiest one they've ever done.
I agree. We'll see how it pays off.
If they screw this, if this one gets screwed up, it's gonna really be putting the show in the red zone. Right now, it's in the orange zone for me.
Oh God, yeah, no, I totally hear you. I
still, again, I've been overly harsh on this one, and I see that, but I don't know. It's just for me personally, it's not my favorite.
Right. Okay.
But I'll admit, talking about it more, I'm seeing more of the positive stuff, but still, it's down there for me.
Fair enough. All right.
We'll see.
Well, let's wrap this up.
Okay, so remember, kids, no matter how dark and scary the world may be right now, there will be light. There will be light.
Until next time, when we go exploring Gotham. Wait for it. Yet again. Yeah. Literally, that's your outro, just to scream. Okay, good job.